Hi, besties. Welcome back to the Besties podcast. My name is Daniel.
And I'm Grecia.
And we got new microphones. I don't know if you guys can hear the difference. If you don't hear an underlying buzz, that's because it's the new microphones.
And we also, our voice is very HD, in my opinion, from what we heard.
Should we do some ASMR?
Yeah.
I was trying to give you guys Henry ASMR, but
Slay the pizza.
sorry, say it again.
Slay the poop house. Okay.
Slay the poop house too.
So, anyways.
I was trying to say something I could do ASMR with, but no, no.
Yeah, anyways.
No, okay, whatever. So we have a few things to talk about. The first one is that Karma's a bitch.
Karma's always a bitch.
No.
You just see what told me, and so did
Taylor. She also said Karma is a cat purring in my lap.
Karma really is a cat. I
And
learned that
speaking
today.
of Karma is a cat.
I learned that today.
Okay, before we get started, guys. So just Isaac Coachella. Oh, first of all, this is our Nochella episode.
Nochella.
Nochella. So we didn't go to Coachella.
Well, first of all, explain what Nochella is, because for some reason I was like so confused the whole time when you were saying it.
It's just you didn't go to Coachella.
Yeah.
It's just instead of Coachella, Nochella.
Nochella.
You didn't go. So that we told Grace about that and it like shook her world. I'm just like wire.
It's kind of like really good, Nochella. Because anything could be Nochella. Everything that we did this week.
Everything is
weekend,
Nochella. What was the story we're about to tell them? Nochella.
Nochella.
So basically, Josiah's at Coachella right now, and I was here with the pets, and I was like, I told Grace, where at least I was like, do you guys want to come over and stay the weekend? Because like,
you were a single dad.
I'm being a single dad right now. These little divas are being crazy because it's like when like when there's okay, if you have two parents, you relate to this. There's that one parent that like everyone like
The
listens
strict
to.
one?
Yeah. And then the one that like you're kinda like, well, that one's not here, so we can go crazy.
We can do whatever we want.
Guess which one I am? I'm the one that they don't listen to. And that's probably because Josiah like raised them since they were babies.
Yeah.
And I just showed I'm the dad who stepped up. I'm not the stepdad, I'm the dad who stepped up.
Yeah, you are.
And
That's crazy.
so they're being so crazy. The first thing that happened was every time I tell them, leave your bags closed because if Henry throws a fit, like he doesn't like when we leave him. By the way, I don't want dog people in the comments. Like being like, like don't tell me how to parent. But Henry's still like a young dog, so like sometimes he likes to destroy things.
He has a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah, he hasn't destroyed anything in like months. He did eat one of my aquaphors the other day, but that's it. But in months he hadn't destroyed anything or like done anything bad.
Mm-hmm.
When we got back from Universal Studios, I went over to the couch. I was like, Henry, hi, how are you? And there was something on his little blanket, and I was like,
something that did not belong there.
Something that did not belong there. And so I looked at it and I grabbed it and I was like, what is this? And I saw there was 2 holes in it and I was like, oh girl, these are some panties. And so I was like, whose underwear is this? And Gracie was like mine. I was like, where did you leave it? And she's like, not there. It was in my bag. And then we looked at her bag and it had been like ransacked.
Yeah, he
he dug for it.
Honestly, I hadn't like closed the bag, so that was my mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But I just didn't imagine that he was gonna like go through my clothes.
No, he's never done that.
So also, I've never left my bag open, so
No.
that was my mistake for sure. But yeah, he was hanging out with the panties, and Daniel has a little furbo. He chucked it, and as soon as we walked out, like not even like 2 seconds, he goes into my bag, gets my panties, and takes them to the couch, and he starts snuggling them.
Yeah, he was snuggling with Gracie's underwear.
Like sniffing them and stuff.
So comment down below if your dog does that.
Yeah.
Although I've heard worse. I've heard of dogs that eat the tampons.
Tampons and pads, yeah.
So.
And it's very common with like male dogs.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're just a man. It's
you're just a man.
Well, Nochella. And then this morning, so we were gonna record today, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna shower, then we can eat breakfast, and then whatever. So I'm in the shower, and I hear the cat. The cat litter is in the bathroom, and the door's open all day. But when I shower, I close the door, obviously, because we had guests, and I was like, whatever. I heard the cat like meowing at the door, but I literally did not think anything of it. And so then I'm like showering, and then all of a sudden I hear screaming, and I'm like, Daniel. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? So I paused my music.
I didn't think you were inside of the shower yet. That's why. I thought that you were
Oh, no, girl. I was in the shower. So I opened the Furbo app, and I'm like talking to them through the Furbo app, and I'm like,
crazy.
What happened? And Grace is like, what did you say?
I said that Harry like took a shit in on my bag.
And I thought you meant Henry. And I was like, Henry? I was so confused because Henry doesn't do that. And then you're like, no, Harry. And I was like, send me a picture. And Gracie was like, I can't.
It's because it literally looked like a turd.
Yeah.
It literally, like, it was brown and it was like together like a turd.
Yeah. And so
like
I was like,
brown turd.
I was like, hold on. Just Marlise texted me a picture. I'm going to finish showering, then I'll go out and clean it. So I look at the picture and it does look like shit.
In the picture?
Yeah. But then it came out and it was just like throw up. It was like a mix of a fur ball and he like binge ate some food. Because it was like, the food wasn't even chewed, honey. Did you see it? It was literally still whole.
Yeah.
So I think he ate some of the dog's food, which he loves to do. Harry Styles the cat loves to eat the dog's food, even though he's not supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Henry has to finish his food. And then as soon as I opened the shower door, he like used the restroom. So I don't know what happened, but it was crazy. I was like, like every now and then they'll do something bad, whatever. They're animals, but like they're usually like not like this. And also when we brought Henry home for Thanksgiving, it was the first time he had met my mom, dad, my brother. Like it was a lot for him.
Yeah.
So he was so overwhelmed that he pissed on the carpet.
Aww.
And Josiah was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
He was so stressed out. But now Henry doesn't care. Now he loves everyone.
Good. Yeah.
And he's good.
It's just, it was a lot.
Like,
yeah. But at the same time, I was like not mad or anything. Like I have cats.
Yeah.
I've had dogs before, so I kind of like know the gist of it.
Yeah, like they're animals.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. But at the same time, I was like, why on my bag?
Are you eating this? You're not gonna do that, actually. Sorry, Henry.
I was like, why on my bag? Like, because my bag was like so high up. Like he could have done it like on the floor. He also threw up on my boots.
Oh yeah. The dogs.
The dogs, yeah.
He said boots. Are you ready?
He said boots. No, he like it was everywhere.
Yeah.
So
that was just the opening story time.
So that was my nochella.
That was your nochella. We have some more nochella, but before we get started, I just want to tell everyone to go to bestieспod.carrd.co. You can follow our TikTok. I flopped with the TikTok clips for last week. I did not post any. Maybe I'll post them today. I don't know, whatever. Or like throughout the next week. And then what else is on there? Oh, the Queer Room of Pleasure. Guys, let me tell you. So here we are begging.
Also, okay, one thing. I don't have access to that. Like, I don't know, like.
Do you want it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But at the same time, should I even read them?
I didn't read them.
Okay, you haven't read them.
No. So basically, there's been messages. So someone left a comment. Let me read the comment.
It was kind of sassy, but I liked it.
I liked it too. Like they dragged
like
us.
That's the bestie.
Yeah. Someone said, Eric Corrado said, IDK, maybe y'all should check the card just in case someone left a question and y'all weren't notified. I don't know anything about that though. ... Love y'all's podcast. The highlight of my Wednesday. That was also a drag because our release date is supposed to be Tuesdays. But sometimes they just take too long to like upload them, so they like release on Wednesday, but the release day is supposed to be Tuesdays. For sure, the audio one releases on Tuesdays always. And then he said, and I do read, actually. I would love to hear y'all's audiobook/book recommendations. And I was like, was I not getting notified? So I checked, and there was like 4 like Queer Room of Pleasure requests.
Also, the besties do read.
The besties do read, and I'll actually. Do you have a book recommendation?
Of audiobooks?
Yeah.
I actually don't have any audiobooks, but I do have podcasts, so I don't know if that's the same thing.
It's not, but go ahead.
So one of my favorite podcasts that I like listening to when I'm driving to LA by myself and I have like 2 hours to kill is called Serial.
Henry. Sorry, the bus ringing crazy. Nochella. Okay, go.
Henry, come over here.
Come here.
Come with
Look, do you want your toy?
Come with Auntie Anne. I like listening to seriously.
seriously, like seriously,
Yeah, and it's
but
like
serial killer.
yeah, and it's like about like true crime and all that good stuff, and it's really good. It's by Girly. She also has a YouTube channel with the same name, and I don't know. She really like researches, and she gives her opinion.
Why did it look so low? Oh, okay.
And yeah,
Period.
because this bestie needs to get back to writing. Like
True.
Daniel and Karina gifted me some books that I wanted for my birthday
Yeah.
in November. Did it turn off?
Henry just knocked the camera.
Anyways, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Daniel and Karina had gifted me some books that I wanted for my birthday back in November. We're in April now.
That's crazy.
Haven't read any of them. It was like 4 of them.
It was the Britney Spears memoir. It was the Priscilla Presley memoir.
It was a Jenny Rivera one.
Memoir, yeah.
Was there another one?
I gave you.
No, you had also given me like a gorilla one.
Oh, King Kong Theory. Oh, I gave you. Oh my God, that was crazy. So I was in Portland.
That was like a year ago.
Grecia, and you forced me to read it. You said, read it, write notes in it, and then give it to me. So I read the entire book. I wrote and annotated the entire thing, and then I gave it to you, and you still haven't read it.
Yeah. So
It was really good. King Kong Theory by something. I don't remember, but look it up. It was really good.
2 things I love. I love monkeys and feminism. Yeah. Well, they're not monkeys. They're apes.
Apes.
But yeah.
So yeah, I recommend that book. I also recommend right now I'm reading ¿Cómo se dice? Lapnova or Lapvona?
The one with the lamb.
Yeah. Lapnova. Lapvona. Mosh Fega.
Moshfe.
Moshfe.
Moshfe?
Atessa Moshfe. I think that's how you say it. I read. First of all, I get a library card. I highly recommend. I had rented my Year of Rest and Relaxation, and I read it so quick. It was like so good, and I was like, I want to read another thing from this author. Because like usually like I'll read a book, and I'm like, okay, that's it. But sometimes like you're like, I want to read more from this author.
Yeah, that happens.
And so.
And you fall in love.
And I feel like that hasn't happened to me in so long. Like since like not elementary school, high school.
Mm-hmm.
So it was called My Year of Rest and Relaxation, and I really, really liked it. So I was like, I'm gonna read something else. And then I found out she wrote like a horror book.
Oh, and that's Daniel's.
La Pavona, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really like it's like a little disturbing.
I like that.
Yeah, there's like.
Makes you think about life.
Yeah, it's really depressing also. So don't read it if you're like.
You're not mentally there.
Yeah, because it's like. I read it and I'm like, wow, this is making me feel like shit. But it's really good. And when I finish, I'm probably going to read another one of her books. Oh, wait, no, just kidding. I have rented out This Little Life or whatever from the library. I was 72nd in place to request it.
72nd.
And now I'm 23. It's taken me like 2 months to get to that spot. So it'll probably be another month before I even get the book.
That's crazy.
Yeah. A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. That it's one of those books that went viral on TikTok.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Like what are the other ones? Like The 7 Husbands of Evelyn or whatever.
Ugo something.
Yeah. So, anyways, I recommend the Otessa books because those are they really ate the
That's
boots.
inspired me to read. I always say that and then I never do.
You can. I have a bunch of books if you want to borrow any.
No,
but you should probably
no.
Yeah.
I need to read mine first.
Oh, also, I just read Z-Way's memoir. Or it's not a memoir, it's like essays.
Well, since we have questions, we have the name of this segment.
Name reveal. Someone did say, hold on, where is it? Someone started theirs with, just because I'm dying to hear what the great name is. And they put salute and skull emoji. So,
and what
just
emoji?
for you. Skull.
Oh, it's like, okay, so the name is the G-Spot. Even though Daniel's here.
Yeah, the G-Spot with Daniel.
Oh.
I'm the feature.
Oh, that's kind of good.
Yeah.
The G-Spot with Daniel.
And if you don't get it, it's because the G-Spot, and then also Grace's name is Grecia, and we call her G.
The G-Spot.
The
It just like came to me one day, and I was like, "That's so good."
It's really good.
But before we start the segment, I just want to like remind everyone that I'm not an expert at this field. I have no what's it called? No
schooling.
No schooling. It's just my opinion.
No, you do have schooling. You just don't have schooling in that area.
Yeah, I don't.
We are only speaking from experience, what we know, but
and for comedic purposes.
There's another one. There's 5 now.
Oh.
Since last time I checked.
Slay.
Should we do all of them or should we just do like a few? They're like long.
Shit.
Let's see how long they take us. We'll do like maybe 1 or 2 and then save a few for the upcoming episodes. Guys, you guys ate.
You guys ate the boots. You guys are my poppers of the week.
You guys are the poppers of the week.
The poppers.
Okay, I'm going to read them, I think, from the bottom up because I think...
I have one question for whoever's like listening to this. Since we changed mics, can you, or like even with the previous episodes, could you hear us like breathing?
Wait, why?
I don't know. Like if we're breathing hard, can they hear us?
Everyone tells me I breathe hard, but it's because I can't breathe.
Oh, yeah, but you have like a condition, don't you?
Yeah, I just get my nose.
Like your nose holes.
Yeah. Okay, I think the bottom are the new ones, so I'm going to start from the top. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And yes, they are all anonymous. I cannot see your email, name, nothing. It's completely anonymous. It literally just sends the text, and that's all I have. So
you can go as crazy as you want.
Yeah, and we don't know who you are. There's no information that we get from you other than what you send in. Okay, so here's the first one. I want to start dating again. Wait, I'm so excited.
So cute. They want to date.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay, period.
Me too, bestie.
I want to start dating again after 3 years of being single.
Oh.
Have had many disappointing experiences in the past that have discouraged me from dating, but I have needs. Do y'all have any dating tips? How do I weed out the flops? How to avoid awkward dates, etc. No sé, tengo miedo. Sad face. Oh. And what's the messiest date y'all have ever been on?
Oh.
Okay, thanks. Love y'all's podcast.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's so cute. Thank you, Anonymous.
Yeah, thank you, Anonymous.
And DL. Okay.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Like J-Lo.
Said.
So what do you think about that? Let's do them one by one. Okay. So first off, they asked, they want to start dating again. And they said they've had many disappointing experiences in the past that discourage them from dating. Do we have any dating tips? How do I weed out the flops?
For dating tips, this is kind of crazy. Well, not that crazy. But with my therapist, I was kind of like talking about that, like finding someone that's right for me. And she like suggested for me to like in a notebook or like, I don't know, in your notes app to like make a list of the things that you are.
I think talking to it like this.
That you are looking for in a partner.
Mm-hmm.
But also like be like kind of like specific about it, but not like not just like looks. It's about qualities that you are looking for a person. Like I was putting like, oh, I'm looking for someone that is kind, someone who's compassionate, someone who treats strangers with care.
Treats people with kindness.
Or service workers with care. Like specifics like that. And because I feel like that's easier to achieve in the long run than being like, oh, I want like a hottie with a hot bod. Yeah. And a horse cock or something. Because that's been me. Let's be honest. Right. We've all been there.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree. I'd say that's the very healthy route. Like, I think making like even if it's just a mental list, probably writing it down would be better, but like red flags and green flags, like things that you want and need, and if you know them, it'll be easier for you to identify them and know like, this is not what I want. They're hot, but they were rude to that waitress or something. So like, like in the long run, these things are gonna get worse or more annoying or better, and like you're just seeing like a small manufactured version of a person on a first date because that's what they want you to see. Yeah. But still, like, the bad qualities usually tend to slip through the cracks.
They do.
So you just have to be able to identify those, and you'll thank yourself in the long run. And then, because then all of a sudden you're gonna be there on like the 4th day, and you're like, why am I here?
Oh, literally. And
you're gonna wake up in Texas or some random twinks apartment, and you're gonna be like, yeah, how did I get here?
No, literally.
And we know that from experience.
Yeah, we really do. And if you don't know like at all like what you are looking for in a person, something that I always recommend is like write down the qualities that you like of your friends.
Oh, that is so cute.
Because like your friends like really like relate to what you are looking for in a relationship. Because if they don't measure up to your friends, how are you gonna date them?
Yeah. Also, yeah, that's another good one. Like, if you can't imagine them hanging out with your friends, that's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
That means like
Something's wrong.
it's gonna be a problem later on, and they don't have to like hang out with your friends all the time, but they have to be able to get along with them.
Yeah.
That's still like
For
a part
sure,
of your life.
that's a red flag for me.
Yeah, I agree. I fully agree. So that hopefully that answered your dating tips. How do I weed out the flops? I think
Yeah, that kind of helps
a little bit. How to avoid awkward dates? Honestly, that's just part of dating.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to tell you. I would say like just be yourself, which is so cringy, but like I remember at first when I was like really awkward on dates, I was like the only way for me to have fun with this is if I'm just going like approaching it as if I was just gonna hang out with my friend.
Yeah.
Not like in terms of, because obviously there's the romance aspect that's completely different. But I mean like you just have to go into it open and just be excited that you're meeting a new person.
Yeah.
With like no expectations.
Also like just put enough effort, like put half of the effort. If they're not putting their half, like it's also not gonna work. So don't like try to make it work when it's not supposed to work.
Yeah.
Because that's also
at the beginning. Yeah.
At the beginning, because I feel like that also causes problems in the long run when you're gonna keep trying to make it work.
I agree.
And I don't know. And
with that.
Yeah.
How do? Yeah. Don't. They said no se tengo miedo. Honestly, it is scary, but I think the best way to approach it is just to be like.
It's a learning experience.
Yeah, like you're meeting new people. I think going into it with like, is this person gonna be my boyfriend or girlfriend? Is just gonna stress you out and like. It's gonna make things awkward. So just approach it as like, I'm just gonna go have fun with this person.
Mm-hmm.
It might not go anywhere, but worst case scenario, I got a nice meal or I had,
a story to tell my girl.
Exactly.
My besties.
Gracie and I would always say that. We would be like, worst case scenario, we got a story.
Yeah.
And this was before the podcast.
Before the podcast. It was just for the besties.
It was just a story to tell the girls like in the car or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would recommend that. And what's the messiest date you have been on?
Oh, girl. I've had too many.
Messiest date?
Messiest.
Well, no.
Girl, same.
No. The messiest? Like messiest like how?
There's like so many.
But like messy like trashy or messy like messy?
Maybe how? Like not going according to plan.
Okay. Messy like.
Well, I'll say one.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've said it before in the podcast. Wait,
What?
did I say the one where I was coming out of like the lyrics?
No, I don't think you did. That's crazy.
That one's crazy.
That's it.
This was like, okay, when I was casually dating back in, I don't know, 2020, circa 2020. No, maybe 19. Do you like how I said circa?
Yeah, why did you say that?
Because it sounded cool.
Oh, okay.
It might have been circa 2019.
Okay, come on, circa.
And I was
Circa-chella.
like, I was dating, hooking up, whatever you want to call it. And I was in my military man era, which I highly don't recommend. If I'm gonna tell you something, besties, don't go to that path. Messy as hell. It's traumatic. Like you think you can fix them, you can't.
No, you're gonna 1 minute you're gonna be at the barracks and the next minute you're gonna be at a wedding chapel because they're about to go off to who knows where and they want to get married.
Yeah, or you're gonna be in Texas crying.
Oh.
But anyways, and that's a story for another.
Yeah,
pod.
it is.
So I was like at a naval base hanging out with this one guy, and he was like staying at a hotel because they were out of like barracks or something, because he had just landed in San Diego.
Okay.
And so I was like going up to his room, and as we were walking into the hotel. I was like walking with that guy. I saw another guy come out that I had like been with before, and it was like weird. No, we like both said hi to each other, but it was like weird, and I was like, oh, "Fuck."
Did the guy you were with ask who that was?
He didn't. Thank God.
He didn't?
No.
That's so stupid. I would have been like, oh, like how do you know that person? What would you have said? School? Or you just said,
It doesn't matter.
That is exactly what you would have said.
And the crazy thing with that one guy,
Which one?
with the guy that I saw,
Uh-huh.
like nothing had happened with him. I remember he had taken me to lunch at Old Town, and I don't know, the vibes were not there. And when I was there, I run into another friend who was on another like tender day or something with another military man.
That's
Using
beautiful.
him for like a free meal as well. So it was kind of cool.
That's beautiful.
So
That's
it was a little
girlhood.
messy, yeah.
That's girlhood.
That's messy, right?
Quinn, I think you have to talk.
Oh, sorry. I'm like used to like the
The
ball.
other one, yeah. Where you could talk to like to the side of it. But
Yeah.
I think this
We'll
one.
get used to it,
Yeah.
besties, or
Sorry,
I guess
besties.
I'll get used to it.
You know what? I think I've also gone on a date with a military man at Old Town. That's all they know about.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. I think my messiest date. This one's bad, but I'll just say it. Whatever. So it was this one. It was a long time ago. It was like in college, like when I had first started
Circa
dating.
2018.
Circa 2018, maybe. No, it
20
was 2018. When did I start school? I think 2018. So maybe 2019. I don't know. No, it was definitely 2018. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
It was before COVID, and I was in school, and so I had been talking with this person. I'm gonna leave this as vague as possible. Oh, guy! I forgot I was out of the closet. So I was talking to this guy, and he was like, "Oh, let's go on this date or whatever." Or no, I asked him on a date.
Yeah.
To somewhere. I don't even remember. And it just kept getting later and later. I think because of me. Wait, Loki, I think I thought the date was something else. And he thought the date was something else. Like, I think there was a miscommunication of
Wait, did you think it was a hookup and he thought it was a date or what?
Maybe, but I don't know. No, not even a hookup. Just like, I didn't really see this as like a full-on date. I thought we were just going to hang out.
Okay.
But I don't know. But anyways, I showed up like, it was already dark. And I was like, girl, I don't know. This is weird. And I was like, oh, we should go. It was so bad. This was like before I really knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
In terms of dating. Obviously, because now I have a boyfriend. But
we were still teenagers.
yeah, like I didn't really know. I didn't date in high school, obviously, because I was like, I just wanted to be the comedic relief.
Yeah.
And I didn't want people to ask questions.
We were in the closet.
Yeah, exactly. And so I just remember showing up and I was like, where should we go eat? Which is like, girl, that's something you planned before the date. Obviously, you're supposed to know where you're going. And he was like, oh, there's a Taco Bell.
That's crazy.
Over there. And so we just went to the Taco Bell and we were eating. And he was like talking. And I was like, he reminds me of someone.
Oh, no.
And I was like, who does he remind me of? So they kept going. And like, that's all I could think about. I was like, he reminds me of someone I don't know who. And then it clicked. And he reminds me of someone that I know. And like
what reminded you of him?
Everything. Like the cadence, the voice. Like not physically at all. Just the voice,
the way
and, like,
they acted,
and the way they talk, and the way they act. Yeah, and it just reminded me of that person, and I got the ick so badly that I just like, I was like, I can't
do that.
I can't do this. And then I like low-key ghosted them. Wait, that I'm the problem. Back then I was.
Yeah.
Now obviously I'm not because I have a boyfriend, but like back then I was the problem.
I was a problem too. I just was in denial a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, I have been the victim at some points, but I have been the problem, too.
Yeah. Wow, I'm me telling that story. That made me sound so bad. I did take people on nice dates, by the way.
Not Taco
Obviously.
Bell.
Not Taco Bell.
Thank God I didn't go to Taco Bell on a Taco Bell date.
What's the worst restaurant someone has taken you to?
Maybe like a taco shop.
Oh, it's just one step up. It's like, at least it's real tacos.
Yeah.
For some reason, like back then, like a lot of like young gay men, like we would only like go on dates like in the car.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It was like a thing.
Because no one feels like completely like comfortable.
Maybe.
Like going to their places.
Yeah, when you're like 18.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's different now for like young gay people.
Who knows?
Well, when we have guests, we'll ask them.
Okay.
Because I'm very curious. Like,
and by the way, we can have guests now.
well, we still need one more mic. Oh, wait. You're right, because we already have the other microphone.
Yeah, the one that works, the one you used to use.
You wait.
Slay.
We'll see. Maybe done like a little bit later, but we can have a guest now. Anyways, hopefully that answered your question. I think we're just gonna do one per episode because that kind of like took forever, huh?
Oh yeah.
And we still have some other like stories and segments, but Thank you to Eric, I think was the name, for letting us know to check the aquarium of pleasure, like
The G
messages.
spot.
Yeah, because the G spot. Sorry, the G spot messages because you just saved
Yeah.
the segment. Like now we can do it every week.
Don't forget to ask us more questions.
Yeah,
And the link is in the YouTube, whatever.
yeah. It's in the YouTube whatever.
The
The card.
card.
So who's your pop offer of the week?
So my pop offer of the week.
What happened to your journal?
I forgot it, but I took a screenshot of my pop offer of the week.
Okay.
It's actually 3 brave Mexican women from Oaxaca, from the Sierra of Tarahumara. I don't remember those 6 names, but there's these 6 Mexican runners. They're indigenous women, and I think it's just beautiful how they made it into a race from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, like an international like
That's
marathon.
they ran.
Yes, bitch, and they ran in like their custom like clothing from Mexico, with like their long dresses, their braids with ribbons, so beautiful,
Can I see?
with their huarachis.
Oh wait,
You
did you send me this? Oh yeah, I do remember this.
I didn't send it to you. You saw it on my repost.
Oh yes, you're absolutely right.
My repost. And I don't know, it's just like it was very empowering and beautiful how like I don't know. It's also my tears ricochet because I was crying seeing them. Because like as a young child, whenever I would wear braids, like a lot of like I had like a family member who would like bully me, and he would like call me an India, which is like an insult in Mexico, just like basically just calling you like Indian. And
It's like double racist. It's like they're using.
it's like
They're calling you like yes.
racism, because like there's like obviously like white people in Mexico. White skin is like better.
Yeah.
And whenever I got my hair braided or like with ribbons and stuff, like I was always made fun of. Like obviously like I do have indigenous in me, but it's like only like half. And seeing these women like proudly showing their heritage, like it was really beautiful. And with their huaraches, like you don't need like fancy equipment to like run.
Yeah.
And since these women like run across like mountains and where they're from, that's why they're like so good.
That's crazy.
So super empowering.
Did they tell someone, or how did people find out about this?
Also, like so it started with one of them that had already like officially started like running internationally, and then she brought 5 other girlies, and they're like on the older side, like 35, 40 and something. So they're like older.
Do they rest?
I have no idea.
I have so many questions.
Girl, I don't know. It said it took them 52 hours and 22 minutes. But yeah.
2 hours. Wait, let's see. I'm gonna put Las Vegas and see what it says walking.
From Vegas to LA.
230 miles. Walking, it says 7 days and 8 hours. So I'm assuming they would have to just run it all in one. Am I crazy?
It's called the Speed Project. I guess that's what they did.
Oh, they start at Santa Monica or they end at Santa Monica? There's a little picture.
I'm not sure.
The Speed Project attracts some of the world's fastest athletes, those up for a unique and relentless running challenge across Death Valley, where the only goal is to win. Forget rest stops or 5-star hotels. For this trek across the desert, there are no breaks.
No breaks.
You'll need to hire an RV van and supply your own support crew.
Yeah.
And it's as much about staving off injury and fatigue as it is a test of physical exertion, speed, and camaraderie. That's crazy.
Also mental, like...
perseverance.
Yeah.
That's really crazy.
And, like, it's not like they come from, like, high-income areas either.
No.
And they're representing, like our country
Our
and
whole
everything, culture,
That's
heritage,
beautiful.
and I don't know. Super empowering.
That was a really good pop offer.
Yeah.
They ate.
And tears ricochet.
Yeah, double whammy.
Yeah.
Mine is not as good. So this is crazy in comparison. We need to start like analyzing who's gonna go first, because I should have gone first because mine is so stupid. But So there's this show called 911. And it's been going on for like 8 seasons
Is
now.
that the fire?
Yeah. So it's a Ryan Murphy production. Ryan Murphy and Brett Fulchuk. And it's starring Angela Bassett and, a bunch of other people. But Angela Bassett, is the queen. Angela Bassett did the thing. And it's been going on for like 8 seasons. Whatever. There's this one character called Buck. And he's like this like... I don't know. He's just a hot white guy. Yeah. And, he's like the stereotype like... like he's like crazy, like he'll put his life in danger to like save, like that kind of character.
Yeah.
But ever since the show started, I was like, I think he's a little fruity.
I think I saw spoilers.
Yes. Okay.
Like I don't even.
It
watch
was
that
all
show.
over Twitter.
Yeah.
Like I was like, he's a little fruity, and some characters would make jokes about like him with other male
Men,
characters.
yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, like your boyfriend. He'd
Yeah.
be like, what? Like that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
However, I'm not new here. I've watched television for so long that I know when there's a show on network television, they're not going to make the popular male character date men. They're just not. Like, this has been something for so long on, like, Tumblr where, like, people would be like, oh, like, fuck, like, Sherlock Holmes is gay, or, like, the Supernatural brothers are gay, or, like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they would just, like, queer bait. And, like, that's... when a lot of time when people talk about queer baiting in television, it's shows like that. Like, that's, like, a big example.
Side note, that's still a good pop offer. I don't know why you're trying to diminish it.
Oh, okay. On the side note, so I was just like, they're not gonna, like, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, I would always be like, oh, they should put them together, but I was just not gonna happen because
you're like whatever the whole stance and on Twitter, like we know.
Yeah.
You're a gay character.
Yeah, and also I low-key thought it was a mom show, but I thought
it was a mom show too.
I thought it was like Chicago Fire, or like one of those that like all the moms watch.
Yeah.
But, like, no.
Oh, I thought that was the same thing.
No, girl.
That's 2 different things.
There's like so many like. What are they called? No, not service workers. Health care workers. Like, there's like 6 firefighter shows. There's like 6 different EMT shows.
I thought they were all the same.
There's
thing.
like 6 hospital shows.
That's
there's
crazy.
Like 1,000 cop shows. Like, there's so many.
Wow.
But 911 is like different because it's a little like comedic.
Okay.
And like they try to be crazy on purpose.
Okay.
Like there was one episode where SeaWorld was transporting a shark or something on the freeway, and the truck broke open, and the shark like flew out onto the freeway and into like someone's car, like crazy stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of based on like actual
events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just kind of write it into the story. Anyways, so I was scrolling through Twitter. I did get this spoiled, by the way. I did not actually see the episode yet, but I was still excited, and because I wait till I'm in San Diego to watch them
with your mom.
With my mom, because we've been watching it since the show started, like the pilot. We watched it together. We've still been watching it, which, by the way, 8 years is crazy.
Yeah.
Or maybe they do 2 a year. I don't know. And I saw that someone was like, 911 spoilers. And I was like, what? I thought something like maybe they killed off a character. And it was Buck kissing a man. And I was like, I literally like stopped everything I was doing. I was like, hold on.
Does your mom know?
I don't know. But we're going to find out. I'll keep you guys updated.
And your mom's an ally now.
Yeah. And so I was like, there's no way. So I pressed it, and he was just like flirting with this random man. I don't know who that man is. I guess he's a new character because I've never seen him before.
He fully came out.
What?
He fully came out.
Yeah, he like kisses him on the lips.
Wow,
and I watched it like 6 times. I was like, I never thought this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And so I was like so excited. I texted my friend Darby because she's the only other person I know that watches 911. I was like, did you see? And she's like, yes, I'm so excited. And for some reason I thought she wouldn't be watching it anymore, but no, she still watches it. And I like went to go follow that guy on Instagram. What, Grace?
You just closed the door.
The cat?
Yeah. That was weird.
What do you mean he closed the door?
I just saw him closing it.
But it was him you saw?
Yeah.
Why did he do that?
I don't know. He's having me time.
Okay.
We're annoying as fuck.
Yeah, probably.
He's not a bestie. Also about that, like, since I was like seeing people talk about that, like, oh yeah, like I've been like saying for years that like they're gay or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm disappointed that they came out. Like, there's like nothing to like really like talk about now. I was like, what the fuck?
If they want queer baiting, they should go watch Supernatural again or something. Like, I'm not here for the queer baiting. I think he came out as bi. I don't like in the show. Like, I don't think he's like gay because he did have like female love interest in the past, but they just never like it never worked.
Yeah.
Like there was never any chemistry. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
So I was like, they need to give him a boyfriend. I think it would eat, and they finally did, which was so crazy.
Wow.
But what I liked the most was the pop up of the week is actually the actor who plays him, and his name is, girl, I should have wrote this down. I'm looking at being unprepared. The boots house
We
down.
both are.
His name is, I found it. Oliver Stark.
I was like expecting him to like look like more like straight for some reason. Oh, ese sí. Oh, that's a hottie.
You gonna see him in the firefighter outfit?
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, but
I like
this
how
is
you're
eating.
smiling. Oh yeah.
This is eating.
Oh yeah.
Because I was just like so excited, and then he posted like a thing. I guess people were like, some people were mad, and he posted like a whole thing. He was like, like this kid's journey of the character, blah blah, whatever. If you're like homophobic, you just say that. You don't need to announce that you're leaving. Like just leave.
No, literally.
Like he literally ate so bad. I don't know. I was just like, I'm just glad that they weren't queer baiting.
Yeah.
Because I was like, after 8 seasons, I was like, I'm so over it. But this show is like one of the rare like network shows where I still feel like after so much time, like it's still like
Good.
interesting to watch. I do remember like a few seasons ago, it was not that good.
Oh.
I don't remember which season, but I remember that entire season. I was just like, this is so
during
boring.
COVID.
Maybe. I don't know.
A lot
But
of stuff happened during COVID.
yeah, that's true. But I think COVID's in the show also.
Of course.
But anyways, I was just so excited because I don't know. I just felt like I started watching that like so long ago. So then I came out, and so then he like when the character also came out, I was just like, everyone's gay.
Oh wow.
I don't know. I was just so excited about it.
It was growth from the character too.
Yeah, especially because it was so unexpected.
Yeah.
Even though like girl has been there.
Yeah. Like we
I wonder
all.
if anyone says that to me.
Yeah, everyone has.
That they were unexpected.
Oh, that you were. No. Sorry.
Girl, my dad said he was surprised. I don't know.
Surprise?
Yeah. He was
Well,
shocked.
he thought. Okay, for the besties that don't know, that literally thought that we were dating for like the longest time.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
No one else was shocked. I don't think a single other person I told was shocked. Which is okay. I was shocked. No, I wasn't. Well, once I figured it out.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it.
The besties are allies, basically.
Yeah, if you guys are, well, I feel like a lot, like you're not listening to this unless you're
An ally.
an ally or part of the LGBTQ
Yeah.
plus army. I don't have a flop of the week actually.
A flop? You
I don't. There was this one lady that like she was in a Mercedes, and in LA you have to yield for the left turn when the light is green, and she was like honking at me and going like this in the wind. She was like waving her hand at me, telling me to go forward. It made me so mad,
like
so
a
I didn't
little
go.
animal.
I literally like stayed there just because she made me so mad.
Said nochella for you.
Yeah, nochella.
I do have a flop of the week,
What's your flop?
but it's a whole last story. So I don't
Okay,
know
let
if
me
we
say
have
my tears ricochet
Okay.
because you already said yours, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just say my tears ricochet real quick. So I don't know how I got here, but for some reason my TikTok recommended this to me. I think it's because I'm on like Cry Talk.
He's always on Cry
Like
Talk.
you know those comments where it's like every day I cry on this app. If they say
That's
that in the
Daniel.
comments, I'm gonna get that video. And so the story started with this little boy, and he really wanted a pet octopus. Like a pet octopus, he was just so excited. He started crying because he was like thinking about the idea of having a pet octopus, and I just thought it was so cute. I was like, it's so exciting to see kids being excited about weird things.
Yeah.
You know, because then it reminds me of being a kid and like being obsessed with something weird.
Yeah. Out of the ordinary, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's usually like dogs or like a dolphin that kids like, right?
Or what's it called? Marine biologist.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, I just thought it was really cute that he was just so excited about an octopus. And so then the story continues. I went to the account, and the dad called the aquarium, the local aquarium, and was like, "Is there any way, like, just to see?" He was just curious. Is there any way to get a pet octopus? And they're like, "Actually, yes, we have a supplier. You can buy a pet octopus. You just need to have it's a really intense like setup, aquarium setup."
Yeah.
And the dad was like, I don't know. But he talked about it with his wife, I think. And I kind of connected some of the dots in my head. I don't know. And they were like, let's just keep. He's so excited about octopus that we like have to encourage it. So
Wow.
they get
I'm getting depressed.
a
already.
huge tank, like the size of this thing.
Yeah.
A huge tank, a huge setup. They like spend it was so interesting because they were showing the kid how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't just do it for him. They were like showing him how to measure out the correct like levels of salt.
So he can like take care of the octopus too.
Like they were just so encouraging with the way he was learning about it.
Hands on.
It was so cute. I was watching all the videos. I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. And so he spent like weeks setting it up. And then finally they get the octopus in like those kitty little aquarium bags. And he was like kind of big. And so it's like this big. So they put him in the tank. They have to do like the whole like slow transfer because you can't just drop them in because the shock will kill them with any fish. And so there's like a video of the kid like showing up and seeing the octopus for the first time, and of course it made me cry. And they named it Terrence. And basically, you can't know the gender of an octopus because it's hard to see like whatever the difference to tell.
Yeah.
So they have the octopus for a while, and then all of a sudden it was like not like eating,
responding.
No, like not like eating. It was like hiding in the little cave they had built for it.
Yeah.
So they're like, what's going on? And they found out that it laid eggs. And they're like, oh my god, it's a girl. Terrence is a girl. And it laid a bunch of eggs. But it's really hard. Like a lot of scientists that study octopuses are like, is it octopi? Girl, I don't know. The plural, whatever. Anyways, they're like, it's really hard for them to study. Hold on. Hello, you're live on the pod.
Hey girl, I'm at the Korean market. Have you guys tried strawberry Oreos?
Yes, we tried those on. Is it the little square tubes?
Strawberry square? Yes.
Oh yeah, we tried them on the pod live.
And there's a vanilla one.
We also tried that live on the pod.
We did.
Okay, I'll eat shit then.
Thank you, bestie.
Thank you, Queen.
Thank you. We love you.
Hey.
You did. Say bye to the besties.
Bye, besties.
Okay, bye. I'm the Oreo handler. Our production went out to look for Oreos. Anyways, so it's really hard for scientists to breed octopuses, like, and for the eggs to be fertilized, something like that. Like the conditions have to be so specific.
Yeah.
And so, the family just assumed
they were gonna.
The octopus does not have fertilized eggs, and when the octopus lays eggs, it like starts the process of their death or something like that. Something really weird.
So like a period.
No, but they die.
The octopuses die when they lay eggs?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Something crazy like that.
So you meant the eggs. I was like, oh.
No. But then the dad like had one of the little eggs in his hand and there was something in it.
Shut the hell up.
And so he was like, what? So they separated out the little eggs and then it hatched. They were all fertilized.
All of them?
And the only reason she laid the eggs, well, people were like theorizing, was because she had them like fertilized in her. And she was waiting for the perfect moment. And because she was in this like new environment where she was so comfortable, safe, full of love. Like she felt so safe that she was like, these people will take care of my babies. And she laid the eggs. And I started crying. I was like, that's so beautiful. So bad. The problem is now this man has like 40 octopuses. Baby octopuses.
So
and so
what is he gonna do?
He called every single aquarium, like it was like a whole thing. I think he did find homes for some of them, but this is like going on right now. So
do you have room for an octopi?
No, I would love an octopus, but
that's too much work.
I think the cat would kill it, like actually. But yeah, that was my tears ricochet. I just thought it was such a beautiful story all around. It was like my octopus teacher. It was like my octopus family.
I had like a side story to say.
Okay. About octopus?
Yeah, I was like at work, and then a person was like looking for a octopus plushie, and then I was like, "Oh, here's one," and she's like, "Oh, is that an octopus?" And I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Oh, it's because like my husband said that octopus is like that wasn't an octopus," and I was like, "Yeah, it has 8 tentacles," and she's like, "Oh, well, he said it wasn't." I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Cause like the ones that have 6 are called wait, what? Wait,
something else. No, you're right.
Squids, because they're squids.
Yeah. Octo for 8, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, for some reason that killed my brain cells. Like I've said some like questionable things, but for some reason that just was like octo 8.
Yeah. That's crazy. Is her husband gaslighting her?
Maybe he was like not it.
Stupid?
Not it.
Oh.
Anyways,
That was so random.
yeah, but so my story to tell
Oh,
of my
yeah.
pop downer of the week. Wait, did
Your
you have
flop.
one?
No, I didn't have a flop of the week.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Wow.
Well, just that lady who was rude, but like not really.
Yeah. Well, so my pop downer starts at work when I was just chilling at work with no faith in humanity and life. I was done with everything. I was like not even planning on attending the nochella.
Nochella. Gracie texted me. She's like, "I'm not coming."
Yeah, I was like,
She was like, "I can't. Like
I'm
I
so
don't."
tired from work.
Yeah.
Like I have like no energy. I just like literally like I had like I couldn't like. You've been there. Like you've worked
I have been
retail
there.
before. You,
I know, like that shift where you're like knowing that you have a drive ahead of you. It's the worst like shift.
it's like mentally draining. Like,
Yeah, and to think that you
physically
can't even rest
too.
later.
Yeah, it's everything draining. And I was just done, and I was just working. I don't like the area where I work with the people I work. Like nothing against the people. It's just like they've been working together for such a long time that they have like a friendship, and it's kind of hard to like get in there.
Yeah.
And for like a while, I was like, oh, this job is just temporary, so I don't really have to try. And then I realized that I need to try a little bit harder, and because I need money, and I need to stay longer. Bye, camera.
By camera.
So now I'm stuck there, but whatever. And so I was with my supervisor, and he had just left on his lunch, a 40-minute lunch, which was going to take like 50 minutes because it takes a while to get to the break room or whatever.
And they don't count that as part of your lunch?
No.
Like the walk? That's called eating.
Yeah, that is. Everyone has like a 10 minute like freebie or whatever it's called.
Okay.
And so as soon as like they left, like I saw some like a group of like 3 young adults.
How
Like,
old? High schoolers?
I ended up finding out they were 19.
Okay.
And they were coming out. No, they were walking into the store. And sometimes you just like see people,
And you know.
and you know they're gonna cause a little trouble.
No.
You
That's
just
scary.
you just know. I don't know. Like when they're young, they were like, okay. First of all, one of them was not wearing a shirt.
Why?
Girl, I don't.
Is
know.
that even allowed?
Girl, I don't know.
I don't think that's allowed.
I don't
No
know.
shoes, no shirt, no service.
Yeah, but you know, in the location I work,
Yeah.
so
No one
I
cares.
don't know.
No, it's definitely not allowed.
Okay, so I was alone in the store, so I didn't want to like. I was like, I don't know what to do, so I
Mhm.
just didn't say anything, and they were like laughing, kind of being rowdy, somewhat. So I just like kind of ignored it because I was so done with life, and I saw them like going to like we have like a little chip, kind of like a chip
Stain.
aisle stand, and they were like looking at them, and I like stopped paying attention, whatever, and at some point I saw like 2 of them like exit the store while one stayed in, the one that was not wearing a shirt. Also, he was wearing like some baggy pants, and then you could see his underwear.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it was like really weird.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like you're not supposed to go to a store like that.
No.
Like do that at home.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. And one, so the 2 guys had already exited, and then he follows along. I had like not really paid attention, and then as I see him like walking out, I saw that out of his pants he pulls out like a bag of popcorn.
I thought you were gonna say a gun.
Oh no, no, a bag of popcorn.
Skinny pop.
No, it was just like the brand,
Boring.
random brand, and he's like laughing out loud. And I was like, ugh. He just like stole.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, okay, whatever. It's popcorn. I'm just like,
It's
And
also
then-
like you're not supposed to. You're not a
supposed-
security guard. You're not like. You shouldn't put your life in danger for
Yeah.
someone stealing something from a company that does not belong to you. In my opinion.
And yeah, and I'm not supposed to like. When I got trained, like they told us that we're not supposed to say anything. That we're supposed to call security. And at that point, I was like, it's just popcorn. Am I supposed to like report this that they just stole a bag of popcorn? So I didn't. I just didn't.
Hypothetically.
Yeah, hypothetically I didn't, and I just like let it go. And then after a few minutes passed by, and I was helping a client out with something, and the guy with the no shirt like walks in again.
Okay.
and he walks towards like the chip shelf again, and he's like grabbing more stuff. And for some reason, I felt like saying something.
Okay.
I was feeling like
It's because there's a point when you're so done with the world that you're like, I'm gonna like.
it's because yeah, like okay, you're gonna steal, like don't make it obvious, babe. Like
Yeah.
like, and you're laughing out loud, like taking like the popcorn out as soon as you exit the store, like I don't know, be serious.
Be good at it.
Like be good at it, and you're like laughing about it, telling your friends, oh I just told, like that was fucking stupid. Like that annoyed me. So he comes back, and he still has like the popcorn, and I was like, oh okay, you're back, are you coming to pay for the popcorn that you forgot to pay for? And he's like, no, I already paid for this. And I was like, well, you didn't, I saw you. He's like, no, I already paid for this. And I was like, oh, you want me to check the cameras? And he's like, yeah, check the cameras. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna check them.
Oh my
and
god,
then
Gracia.
I was like
you were done.
I had a little attitude.
Yeah.
In front of the clients I was helping.
Were you hangry?
I know, I had already ate.
Oh, and you were about to eat again.
Like, I was eating dessert at this point. I was just like done with it, you know? And like, also they're dumb. Like, I'm also like trying to save them from getting in more trouble at this point. So he was trying to gaslight me, obviously. I'm not fucking stupid. He fucking leaves after I said that, and I see him scrambling off, and done helping that one client, and then another client comes in, and she was like, oh yeah, I just wanted to report that there were some kids stealing. I was like, oh yeah, I already know, like saw them stealing popcorn. And I was like, no, they were like stealing other things. And I was like, oh, what were they stealing? And she was like, oh yeah, I just saw them right now, that they're like stealing some plushies, and one of the kids like just stole a black shirt or something. Okay. She's like, call security, and she like told me the descriptions, and I was like, okay, yeah, I already.
You're
like
I know who this is.
I know who they are. Like I just saw them. Like I'm gonna report them. And like right as I was gonna do that, another like big group of people came out, and it was people I already knew.
Wait, what do you mean?
People from like a reoccurring story from the pod that I already told from.
The guy?
No, it was the family that got fat shamed.
not the recurring characters.
So they're regulars at the store I work at, and so the family walks in, and one of the it's like the mom that's pregnant. Yeah. She has like a daughter, a boy, like a friend that she's always with, and there's like a man that's probably like 20 that always wears a cowboy hat and boots and
okay, why? Why is he dressed up like that?
I think they're like from the south or something.
Oh, okay.
Really southern, but like really southern and like nice and like howdy, you know, like ma'am and all this
like
shit.
Southern hospitality. Not
very nice. Yeah, okay. I like them. At this point, we're like besties.
Okay. They're besties.
They're literally besties. Yeah. And like they come up to me, and like the boy, like I mean like the cowboy gives. I'm just gonna call him. The cowboy.
Yeah, just call him the cowboy.
The cowboy like hands me like 3 stuffies, and he just tells me that he like took them away from the kids because those kids had just like they were like stealing them, and they were like trying to like put them on their little on the group of the family, so they could like say that the family was stealing. What? They were just like implanting them.
Girl, why does this family keep coming?
Like that's what I said. I was
like, girl, why are you here?
At this point, I would just stop, and they were like, and they told me that they were being followed by them, and they were like making fun of them, and that at some point the guy with no shirt, like, he groped the pregnant woman.
What?
He like grabbed
that poor lady.
So they told me all that. And it was just a lot. And the pregnant queen was like starting to have a panic attack. It was just like a lot. Because they were like being mean to her. And so I guess at that point, like I was like about to call like security. Like I was trying to look for the security number when a security guard just like walks into the store. I don't know if
timing.
Like I don't know if someone else had like already reported them, but or something. And we just like told them like the description of the guys, and we told them what happened, and I guess the security guard like started like looking for them, but they were like for like a good hour. They were like running around the park, like trying to find them.
Okay.
And I don't know how it all ended, honestly.
Oh my God, Gracia!
That's the worst part.
The girl, there was no ending.
No, I don't know if they got in trouble or something.
Oh,
But
you
like,
need to find out.
I ended
We're
up.
the queens of telling stories that don't have endings.
It's because like, at the same time, it's like, since security someone that deals with those things, like, and that was like the last shift I did
Oh.
before coming here. You know.
I wonder if did you have any coworkers working at the store at the moment? Or
No,
were you
it was
alone?
just me.
That's
So it was
crazy.
so fucking scary, and there was like other people at the store when that was happening.
Mhm.
So they were like all trying to help me like get those boys and like
That's crazy.
I don't know. It was also very. It was crazy how like all the clients just kind of like stepped up and like tried to like
Help you?
help me
Yeah.
by like trying to stop the boys by taking away the stuff, like the shit they were stealing. I don't know why they. I think because they were like young, the people were like weren't fearful of them, and they knew they were like
Oh
dumb.
yeah.
Dumb
Teenagers are
kids.
so stupid.
Anyways, it next time I'll actually find out about this
Okay.
one, because
Okay.
this one, like, if anything, I'll probably see like the regular, my
I feel like,
regular
do you know what
girl.
happened?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I think she met up with the security and like told them what happened.
Girl, they probably know like the security by now of all the things they've had to report. That's crazy. Those
Yeah.
poor kids. How's those kids? I'd be like, why are we still coming here?
I know.
That's crazy. That place is like the Wild West sometimes.
Yeah. So that gave me like something to like live for again. Not like that, but like
It
It,
made you
like,
feel like
it like woke me up.
it's
from-
because there's something so unifying about a common enemy,
yeah.
and so I think you and the other like you and the customers and that family like teamed up against them, and it was just like fun.
In a way, no, I was kind of scared for a second
Oh,
because you never like
well, they could have had a gun.
or something.
When you said pulled out, I was like, oh, gun.
It's because you also never know these days. Like with
That's true.
people, they're
Everything's
stealing
scary.
and they were being rowdy, loud. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
they need a little. You know that show where they take them to prison to scare them
Mm-hmm.
so that they stop being bad. They need that.
I think they just need love.
Hi, Grace. Yeah.
Like actually, like a lot of
Well,
these,
yeah.
a lot of these things like get solved with like I don't know.
with
they
a
need
parent who will
with a
teach you about
parent.
octopuses.
octopuses
That's
building a tank together.
Nochella.
I like how we didn't even talk about the Nochella, and we're like over an hour.
Well, like nothing really happened. We saw Kristen Stewart
It's like Kristen
moderate a
Stewart.
Q&A for like a Sasquatch movie that we didn't like. That's it.
Yeah, it's called Sunset Squash. No, Sunset Sasquatch.
Sasquatch Sunset.
Oh,
Come on, Sunset Squash. That's it. Nochella, guys.
by the way, that movie, what would you rate it out of 5? Like, if
I don't want to talk about it, like, actually, because I really like. It was a I really do appreciate what they're trying to do, like just to
like,
show.
if anything, super unique. I
Very
haven't seen
unique.
anything like that.
No, I probably never will again. Like, I loved the design of the Sasquatch. I loved that it wasn't CGI.
Yeah.
It was full costume, and it looked really, really good. It looked like better than like Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Like, it looked so good, so convincing. They look like actual creatures. I loved how they shot it all outside. They made
Yeah.
it look so beautiful. I thought it was like Portland or like no, not Portland. Sorry, I thought it was like Oregon or Washington.
Mm-hmm. But it was
Because-
California.
It was California. I was so
Yeah.
shocked. Because I think the Bigfoot Museum is in Washington, the one that they shot the end.
Yeah.
But and like I thought the story, like there's no dialogue. I thought the story, it was kind of like about gentrification a little bit, and like not like kind of a metaphor for like, and also just about like environmentalism, like
yeah.
all the isms, like
Everything.
about like deforestation, and like I do really see that there was a genuine like
potential.
potential there, and like there were some beautiful moments, but girl, I am not into shit humor. I can't. I really can't.
Maybe a little joke, but they actually like showed it, and it was like crazy.
So much shit and piss and like
Milk.
milk, girl, milk. Like I wouldn't even. You know, I was thinking when we got out of it, I was like, I don't think I would tell people to watch this movie, but like thinking about it now, like I'd rather people go watch that than like Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. You know, like I feel like if we keep watching like unique movies, we'll keep getting unique movies, and somewhere along the line there'll be one that we really like.
Yeah, maybe.
Like we saw trailers for movies that looked really good, like that robot movie. I don't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
But that looks really, really good. It's gonna look like
I like the one of the girl that was pregnant.
That one also looked good. Like all those trailers, I was like, yeah, I'm excited. And yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say about it. Like, go watch it if you are into that, but just be ready for like it's a rowdy like movie.
I'm never satisfied because I'm a woman.
And men don't make you come.
Men
Chaparron. Oh my God, we didn't tell the Chaparron story.
Yeah.
Should we tell it? It's not really that long of a story. We went to go to a cafe, and Grace.
It's called Millie's.
It's called Millie's Cafe. Well, maybe we shouldn't say that.
Why?
It doesn't matter. She's not there anymore. Actually,
The fuck?
It doesn't matter.
We don't gatekeep food.
No, not because of that. I was just like, what if people know? Like, but girl, it's a popular LA restaurant. It's called Millie's Cafe. Delicious. Did you like it?
Delicious. They have a really big selection of breakfast and lunches.
Vegan options.
Vegan.
But they also have real meat.
Yeah, they have gluten-free options. Yeah. They have like a lot of options for everybody.
It's the perfect place to go when you have like a group with a bunch of different restrictions.
Yeah.
Like there's something for everyone there, like actually.
And since our friends like have a lot of restrictions and a lot of different appetites, it hit everyone. I ate there egg Benedict that was fucking crazy. It was vegan. And
I'll post that on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Because Gracie was playing with it because he was showing shock.
Like I've had vegan eggs, but never have they had like a fake yolk. It was like the egg was like a boiled egg. Like it felt like a boiled egg, like squishy. And then when I cut it into it, like the fake yolk came, like exploded.
It was really crazy.
Yeah, but didn't taste like an egg. So
No.
I love that.
But anyways, the reason we started saying this is because so I sat down. We were like inside. This restaurant has like an inside section and like an outdoor section. And so there was like a girl with long ginger curly hair. I didn't see her when I sat down, but I guess you did, Gracia.
Yeah, when we were getting seated, I saw a ginger with beautiful curly, obviously ginger long hair. And I was like, wow, that's pretty hair.
Yeah.
But she just looked like a normal white ginger.
I hadn't ever seen Chaperone without the makeup. And so, whatever, we ate our food. I guess she was like, Marlise said she was right behind us, but I genuinely did not see her.
She was behind us.
And then when she was leaving, oh, hi, Haley. Hello. When she was leaving, I saw her walking away, and I was like, oh, Chaperone. Like, as a joke. Because I was like, she has like Chaperone here, and also she had performed at Coachella the day before.
Yeah,
I was like, "There's no way she's here back in LA eating breakfast." Or I guess it was brunch, girl. It was already 1:00.
Yeah.
And so we were sitting next to these girls. And one of them gets up and goes after her.
She like runs out.
Yeah, and I look at Grace and I'm like, huh. And then she comes back.
No, you were like, "Is that Chaperone?" I was like, "No, that's just like like a whatever ginger or something."
Ginger. It's just a ginger.
It's just a ginger.
And so the girl comes back and Grace is like eavesdropping, and I'm like looking at Gracia, like analyzing her face to see what. And Gracia's like eyes get wide and she's like nodding, and I'm like, it was her. And Grace is like, yes. And Marlise, by the way, had no idea what we were talking about. Like she did not understand what we were saying. And then what else happened?
She basically like met her and she was like, oh my god, my girlfriend's in the industry.
Oh yeah. What a weird thing to say to her.
Yeah, and she like asked for the name of the girlfriend and she like told her, but like still it was kind of weird. Oh, she also said her roommate was in the industry.
Did they take a picture?
I have no idea, but apparently like she called her by her real name, which I
feel like that's weird. You don't think so? Because you know how like Trixie Mattel says like if you see her, even if she's out of drag, call her Trixie. Like don't call her like by her real name. Don't call her by her name.
Want to know a fun fact?
What?
I've been a Trixie fan for so many years. I don't know her real name.
Brian.
Oh, you ruined the fantasy.
What?
Well, you ruined the fantasy.
Oh, sorry. I mean, when I googled Orville Peck without a mask.
Is there actual pictures?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought it was an actual like mystery.
Nochella. Okay, whatever, guys. Long story short, Chaperone was there. We didn't know. She left. I would have gotten like a signature for my boyfriend or something, but I just genuinely did not see her. I was so overstimulated. Their menu is almost Cheesecake Factory level. So I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to eat. I ended up ordering like random stuff. I ended up ordering a pistachio latte that I didn't even know why.
Daniel just like he never orders anything with pistachio.
No.
And also, crazy enough, the way Chaperone was my Chaperone was my pop-up for the week, like a few episodes back. Crazy.
Yeah. So Chaperone, please come on the Besties podcast. That would be so fun.
I feel like she would.
She's a bestie.
I don't know, like the live Instagram that you showed me first.
Oh yeah.
I related to her.
I showed Gracie on Instagram live where Chaperone was saying that she used to tell men that she would show them her boobs if they put a finger, a Sharpie up their butt and showed it to her, and then she would unmatch them. Or it was on Omegle. She was like, if you put a Sharpie up your butt, I'll show you my boobs. And then they would do it, and then she would skip them. And that's called girlhood.
Yep.
And feminism.
I'll tell her a few stories.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, this episode was a little longer, but it's okay because last week's episode was really short.
Last week's episode was crazy.
It was bad. I'm just gonna say it. It was the worst episode we've ever done.
I told Daniel to just not post it, but
yeah. I mean, maybe there's a few funny moments. I mean, if I hadn't posted it, I never would have found out about the queer room of pleasure.
Oh, I guess
so. Everything happens for a reason in this universe. So, that's all for today. Happy Nochella to everyone who did not go to Coachella. If you did go to Coachella, let us know how it went.
And if you didn't, let us know how your Nochella went.
Yeah, tell us how you celebrated Nochella. Or maybe you went this weekend and you're not going next weekend. Tell us how you're going to spend the next Nochella. You guys know bestiespod.carrd.co for anything you want to access. I do know how to access the Queer Room of Pleasure / the G-Spot responses now. So if you want to leave something, there's a good chance we'll read it. We do have a few to catch up on, so maybe next week we'll do... Oh, no! Next week we're doing the Tortured Poets Department episode. So...
Oh, we're gonna...
Yeah, you guys are gonna have... We have some good stuff for that. So maybe the week after that we'll do just like a whole episode of the G-Spot.
Seriously.
Just to like get a few out of the way so then we can start doing like weekly. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Let us know if you like these new microphones. Thank you to my brother. They're my happy birthday present from him.
Thank you, love you.
So
if you're listening, thank you.
He's absolutely not. Actually,
he did, because that's how he knew that you were out.
Yeah. When I came out to my brother, I told him, I was like, he was like, I already knew. And I was like, how'd you know? He's like, my girlfriend and I listened to an episode of Besties that was like dating stories, and you kept saying person. And so he was like, girl, he connected the dots. Yeah. Again, the closet was glass, and I didn't know. It was the scene in Cinderella story with Selena Gomez where she's behind the mirror.
Dancing? Okay.
Dancing, but I'm on the side where it's a mirror. Everyone else is on the side where it's see-through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's crazy. All right. Bye, guys. Happy Nochella.
Love you.
The boots.